New around here, eh? Give me some wine. Good boy. Are you sure he's a companion, Agatha? He'd make a better servant.
Why don't you get out, Meljans?
Just remember the consort's orders. Stay out of the investigation.
You shouldn't have allowed him to treat you that way, Seth.
Why should the consort's men investigate the Queen's disappearance? We're Her Majesty's companions. We have a duty to do something.
What could you do? I saw how you stood up to Meljans, and now you want to be a hero? You'll stay right here.
Young Seth had failed his first test. As for Queen Rhea, she was never heard of again.
Yes, Your Highness. I found this near the scene of the attack.
Thank you. Very pretty, but hardly a vital clue. You may return to the...
Seth!
His Highness...
What else did he...
Nothing much.
Did you find anything?
Nothing.
Well, you tried your best.
Seth had found a clue, but had given it into the wrong hands. And Rhea, Queen of Atlantis, was fated to be no more than a memory.
Hey, you! Companion!
Seth got careless and paid the price. Nothing was ever heard of him or Rhea again. Seth got careless and paid for it with his life. Seth had made one fatal mistake, and Rhea would never be seen or heard of again.
Seth, you found the secret passage. I'm proud of you. Come and sit down.
After him! I want him dead!
Bad luck or poor judgment. Whatever the case, Seth was no more.
Seth.
Grab him!
Bad luck or poor judgment. Whatever the case, Seth was no more. Bad luck or poor judgment. Whatever the case, Seth was no more. Bad luck or poor judgment. Whatever the case, Seth was no more. Bad luck or poor judgment. Whatever the case, Seth was no more. His luck had run out. He might have lived if only he'd thought of escaping to fight another day.
So, until he comes...
Hello, Seth. Got away, did we? Not for very long, though.
Sadly, the guard was right. Could Seth have found a use for the stone rat? He was never to know.
What was that?
What?
That noise. Didn't you hear it?
Nah.
Hear it?
Another noise?
Like the last one.
Nah. Relax, will you?
Hear it that time?
Yeah. That time I heard it.
You were right, cousin. Looks like the traitor Seth to me.
It was third time unlucky for Seth. Agatha would never see him again. His luck had run out. He had been slow, too slow, and paid the price.
Carvin!
Traitors! His Highness will deal with both of you personally.
Bad luck or poor judgment. Whatever the case, Seth was no more.
Hey you! Well, well, companion Seth.
Seth got careless and paid the price. Nothing was ever heard of him or Rhea again.
Getting nervous. Why should I believe Agatha sent you to me? You had your chance. Sorry.
Seth's failure to convince Hector of the truth had cost him his life. As for Queen Rhea, nothing was heard of her again.
I've come for the Queen. I heard the consort...
I said I want to know who you are, boy. Well, look what just came down the chimney. You soldiers get everywhere, don't you? Do you people have orders to guard my cooking pot?
How did you get in here? Who are you? You're coming with me.
From that moment, Seth stood no chance of finding Queen Rhea, about whom nothing was ever heard again.
This isn't your place, sister.
Where do you think you're going? Any priestess acting suspiciously gets taken to the commander for questioning.
Seth's real identity was soon discovered. Neither he nor Queen Rhea were heard of again.
Well, well. Taking a little walk, Your Majesty?
The soldiers recognized Queen Rhea, and Seth's brave attempt to save her came to naught. Neither was heard of again.
Thought you could escape, eh?
Seth lost his life. Had he saved Queen Rhea? He would never know.
Close your eyes and they'll not see you.
A cornered rat, that's what you are.
It may be that the Queen and Hector escaped aboard the seahorse, but Seth was never to know.
You! That's the traitor! Stop him! Got him!
Seth was brave, but it wasn't enough. Could he have slipped through his enemies? Who can tell?
You! Still playing tricks, Seth? You're a fool to come here.
Seth's bravery wasn't enough. If only he'd found a way to slip into the throne room.
You still you credit.
Seth was brave, but it wasn't enough.
You still well, don't just stand there like a pair of drunken clowns. Be kind of
Well, I'm past the bad people. Now, look under the royal seat.
Meljans had dreamed of this moment, of killing Seth. He would savor the memory all his life.
You!
Who?
Him!
You mean?
Seth!
Seth had just made the last mistake of his life.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
A clever tongue might have proved the best weapon. Seth had made the wrong choice, and death was the only out.
Seth!
He's a spy, Meljans.
I know that, you fool! What's he doing here?
No, he's working for Creon. He's here for the Guile. I warn you, don't try to stop him.
Are you out of your mind, Savage? Kill him!
Creon's orders must be obeyed.
What? Savage, kill him!
Lascoid, surely you can see I wouldn't be fool enough to walk in here if I really was a traitor.
If you don't kill this traitor, Savage, I will!
You don't understand, Melj.
We understand perfectly. Where's Garcilos?
He disobeyed Creon's order.
Sartak, give me patience. Savage, this is the last time I'll tell you. I've had all I'm gonna take from you, Seth.
Seth had pushed Meljans too far, and paid for it with his life. No one knows what fate befell Actaeon's daughter Anna.
Whatever you say, Seth.
Seth!
Fool!
Seth was brave but foolhardy. He would never know what fate awaited Anna.
I'll follow. Now.
Your father said you'd fly me to the place of the White Bear.
My father would never help a soldier.
I'm not a soldier, I'm a companion.
So that's why you're wearing that uniform?
Anna, I hate Creon as much as you do.
And I'm Gimbus the priest.
Listen to me.
I've listened enough. I'm leaving. If you want to stop me, you'll have to knock me out. Or kill me.
Anna walked away, taking with her any hope Seth had of continuing his quest.
Praklitu Gramsha!
No.
Gratsolo! Mlikans Hence!
Was there no way Seth could have avoided being seen? Now he would never know what fate awaited Anna.
Enselno.
Tayabs Garala. Mlikens.
Cosma. Ens.
Gratsolo! Mlikans Hence!
There was nowhere to run in that wilderness of ice and snow. Seth was put to death, not knowing what had happened to Anna.
Gratsolo! Mlikans Hence!
Was there no way Seth could have avoided being seen? Now he would never know what fate awaited Anna. Seth recklessly threw away his life, leaving Anna to her gruesome fate. What made Seth imagine those men would hesitate to take his life? He had recklessly gambled with death and lost.
He's here! I found him! Over here!
There was nowhere to run to.
Gratsolo! Mlikans Hence!
Was there no way Seth could have avoided being seen? Now he would never know what fate awaited Anna. And so, Seth met his tragic end, slain by a polar bear. And so, Seth met his tragic end, slain by a polar bear. Was there no way he could have avoided the beast's vicious claw? And so, Seth met his tragic end, slain by a polar bear. And so, Seth met his tragic end, slain by a polar bear. Was there no way he could have avoided the beast's vicious claw?
Sad, blind him.
He can't harm us, Your Majesty.
Harm us? Look who's with me, Seth. Your little Anna.
Seth, be careful.
Seth had stayed out of cover for too long, and Anna could only watch as he paid with his life on Creon's debt.
Let's get away from here.
Throw him overboard, Meljans.
With pleasure, Your Majesty.
Anna could only watch, horrified, as Seth plummeted to his death.
You come to challenge me, Seth. That's good. I'm waiting.
Seth had been lured into the Minotaur's trap. Nothing and no one could stop Creon now. Like all defeated challengers, Seth would spend eternity in the Minotaur's lair. None could stop Creon now. Seth had the power to save his life, but was too slow to use it. He was never to know what fate awaited Atlantis. Seth lost his life in that sinister lair, just as victory seemed within grasp. He would never know what fate awaited Atlantis now. Seth lost his life in that sinister lair, just as victory seemed within grasp. He would never know what fate awaited Atlantis now.